What's going on, Sublime Dog? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Full Push Metals. Hey, what's going on, bud? Uh oh. Mic check 1 2. Brian's World. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. I don't do this kind of stuff very often. I'm all set up downstairs. I'm in my garage right now. But I do have a laptop set up. I'm hearing what's going on. Metal Detecting UK. What's happening? Yeah, I saw there wasn't much going on out there, so I decided to do it now. We'll let a few more people. The dude abides. What's happening? Um, I'll go over some stuff with you guys in a minute. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go grab a jacket. It's cold here in the garage, and I don't want the heater to fire off. So, thank you very much. The Fish and Dream, what's going on, bud? Guys, feel free to network in here. I was networking last night late. My back was hurt, so I was out networking last night. I'm just going to let this roll for a few minutes, let you guys chat, get caught up, and then I'll go over everything with you here in a second. Fish and Dream, I caught you. Me and you are so tight. I think I'm at 1.74, my friend, but that's just because I was working last night. You had me until about 11 o'clock last night, and then I went to bed for a while and woke up, and I got up and I got some more. So, congratulations to Fish and Dream. Out there hard working. I get it. Yeah, me too. I've been pretty busy. My back hurt real bad last night. I'm gonna run and grab a jacket. All right, let me catch up with the chat. Silver Keys, what's going on, hon? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Are you heading fishing right now? What time it is? 11:20. You're probably heading that way. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Who else? Coin Collecting Ohio. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, bud? No fishing today. Sad. Why? The storm? Is that what's going on? I didn't do any networking last night because I did a stream. Could have gone higher with some scribbles. Yeah, I get it. Did I prepare that whipping dish? This one here, yeah, it's pretty prepared. The only thing that runs through there is 999. So I don't do a lot of this pouring, but Badlands, what's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Let me give myself a thumbs up. There we go. We're at 10. We're at 11. We'll give it a couple more minutes. You guys ever have a jacket you just can't separate from? You've worn it out. It's got holes in it. Feels good. Fits good. Just can't get rid of it. This is one of them. Right there. Yeah, Fish and Dream Badlands is a real cool one. UK Silver Keys for sure. Make sure you get that one. Brian's World. Anybody in here really, feel free to grab them up. I got moderators that smash people out of here when there's a problem. So all the channels in here are really, really good channels. Fish and Dream, I appreciate you coming in, my friend. So I got a new coffee pot. In the coffee pot, you pour the beans in and then it grinds the beans right before it makes the coffee. It's pretty cool. But the coffee is not real hot. I don't understand that. Why can't they make a coffee maker? Why can't they make a coffee maker that makes hot coffee? I don't get it. We will give it a couple more minutes. Coin Junkie, what's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. I want to go back for a second. Did you prepare that whipping dish, buddy? Yeah, pretty much prepared. Brian's World. I just fly by the seat of my pants. It's pretty prepared. You want me to show it to you? I only run 999 fine through there. And that's what we're going to burn up today. And then I like when I pour like custom pours, I just put them in wood like this. And so what I did was I routed out a heart. I just scribbled a heart in and then I routed it out freehand. There's no precision anything there. I think that's much better. This happens to be for Mary Love. She was the first one to reach 500 hours in my streams. And I said if first person to hit 500 hours, I would do a custom pour for them. So I just routed it out and used a plunge router and then sanded it down a little bit. I'm going to throw the torch to this thing and burn it up a little bit before I start heating up the silver right here. Then when I pour the silver in there, I'm going to let it burn into the grain. If you notice, the grains are running long ways on this. And I'm going to let it burn down into the grain, and then I'm going to snuff it out. Then when I'm all done snuffing it out, I'm going to polish it up a little bit right over here so you guys can see it. And then I will send Mary the pour and the block with my sticker over here and my 500 hours right here on the side. So then we're also going to stamp this. And I'm going to stamp it right here. So I will have to move the camera a little bit when I'm done here. This is my vise, and I will stamp that on this vise. I have a old welding leather glove down here that I set on the vise, which is right here. And I set it on the vise, and then I put, as you can see, it's got some hammer marks on it. And so I'll just put it on here, and then I'm going to put flip sides, side kicks, and my stamp on here. And then I'm also going to put 999 fine. Let me get caught up in the chat. What's going on, buds? Hey, appreciated the stream yesterday. Thank you guys very much for coming in. Let me go to this channel, make sure I still have it. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job on your channel. See, how do I not have you? YouTube took it away yesterday. I got you, OH. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much for being in my channel. Did you guys do the cinnamon? Did you guys pull off the cinnamon yesterday? I had to walk away. What did you guys do? Hey, Gear, what's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in. I just played a round of golf on my phone with a guy named Gear from Norway, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Gears in Norway. Thanks for coming in, my friend. No problem. And if you guys don't have OH Outdoors, it's a very, very neat channel. These guys are super excited about YouTube and what they do in the outdoors and trapping and hunting and fishing, and they do shout outs all day long. So make sure you guys get it's a young crew, but they are very mature, and that's why I spent some time with them yesterday. The Fishing Dream. How did you get monetized so quick? Are you talking about me? The Fishing Dream. Um, I had all my paperwork filled out in advance of hitting 4 grand in watch time hours. And then I already had more than my watch time hours. I needed my subscribers in order to get monetized. So I just one day said, okay, if I want to, this was after that shooting. I said, if I want to stream on my vacation on my phone, I've got to get busy. So my paperwork was filled out, and then also I already had the hours. I'm up to 1.3 million watch time minutes. So that's all because of what I do. I stream sometimes 4, 8, 12, 10 hours in a night. And I already had my plenty of hours before I got my 1,000 subscribers. So that's how I got monetized so quick. And make sure you fill out your paperwork, do all your paperwork, put in all your information you need to, so that the day that you step into 4,000 hours, you can submit it, because you never know when YouTube's going to change their policies. I hope that helped you out, the Fishing Dream. You have to do a lot of streaming. I have, like I say, make sure you have all your paperwork filled out in advance. The Fishing Dream, how many hours do you have right now, or minutes? Well, and that's another thing, is you have to, I really don't put out a stream notice hours in advance. I just jump in, and that prevents trolls from planning. You have 1,100 minutes. No, you probably have 1,100 hours. Yeah. So it's just going to be a lot of work, my bro. It is what it is. You got to get out there and grind, and especially in the coin community, you might have to step out of your niche and grab a different something or other that you like, and maybe be metal detecting, or um, gold panning, or whatever. Just step outside the fishing niche. If I had um, you know, I could always do something on fishing, and I can always do something on gold panning, and I can always do something on metal detecting. I don't have the time to do all that. That's going to shift gears. This summer, I'm going to start doing SDMF Vampira. If you guys do not have that channel right there, that is Blood X's better half. Vampire, I am very, very sorry what happened to you guys, and that the broken pipes, and Blood came in and he was just tore up the other night, and I get it. I'm very, very sorry that happened to you guys. Um, Well, maybe you need to start posting it earlier. The reason I don't post earlier is because I don't want I just want my click. That's what I want is my click in there. I don't want there's the chat already flies by so fast because of my bot and because of my games. It's hard for me. Literally, I have taken a 32-inch monitor and stood it up on end and popped out the chat and thrown it over there. And I watch stuff go by and I have a hard time keeping up with it. It just, I put a monitor in between two regular monitors in the vertical so that I can watch the chat. And I don't know, goes by so fast that I just don't like if I'm going to stream in an hour, I put it up in like 65 minutes. 65 minutes in advance so that I don't have all these notifications going out because my people show up. I mean, they might find me 15 minutes after the stream. They might be in there 15 minutes before the stream, or they might be in there, 2 hours after the stream starts. But trust me, we grind. We grind our hours. And I'm thinking I'm up to 1.4 watch time minutes. So it's just a lot of grind, and people are chasing coins. They want the knowledge of coins and they want to see what's going on, and people lose it when they see a lot of coins laying on the table and they just stick and they don't go away. A lot of these networking channels that I've worked with and I have found, they come in and they stick and they're there for hours. And remember, swag for your channel, stickers for your channel, getting your name out to other channels that stream every day. That's the way you want to do it. 9 from 1.74. Very, very cool. All right, so this is what we're doing. This is 999 fine grain. I make all my own grain. I buy like rounds, like 5-ounce rounds and 10-ounce rounds for my coin store that are damaged, and I bring them here. I throw the torch to the round or the bar or whatever, and I drip it down into a bucket right here on the floor, and it makes this grain. So I don't have to buy my grain, and I almost get this stuff at spot, but because it's damaged bars and things like that. So the coin store has to make a little bit on the seller and has to make a little bit on the buyer. And my coin store is very, very good for that. So this is what the grain looks like. And I just melt it down. And as it's dripping off of the bar, it falls into a bucket of cold water. And that's how I get my grain. And that gives you the ability to weigh your stuff out. This is one ounce, 1 gram of silver. I don't know that it's all going to fit in here. A little bit earlier, I routed this out in a piece of wood. And I'm going to pour that hot molting silver into this piece of wood. It's going to burn down. It's going to start smoking and going crazy. And then I'm going to snuff it out with this. Okay. Pretty simple. I do have some safety gargles. And I've used a torch, not so much a cutting torch, but a bee tank and a jeweler's torch. And this torch really gets her done. So I'm about ready to fire this thing off. Sheila's Natural Vlogs. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much. We caught that one down so we can get going now. One person doesn't like me out there, and I don't get it, but it is what it is. John Francis, what's going on, bud? Yeah, we're gonna melt some silver and melt it down, get it really hot. I don't know how the camera's gonna react to all this really, really bright flame. As a matter of fact, I'm going to fire the torch up off screen, and then I'm going to bring it in when it's a little bit calmed down and I've got a nice little feather to it. And then I will already have the grain in here, and then we're going to melt it down. It shouldn't take long, a couple minutes. And then you guys make sure, I'm going to fire off my regular coin hunting stream at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Brian's World. Yeah. It is fun for sure. It is fun. Beauty behind it is if you make a mistake, you can just do it all over again. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and see if we don't get a couple more people in here before we burn this thing down. This is kind of fun. I don't have to put my head down and get busy working. I can chat with you guys. One thing I do recommend when you're doing this is make sure that you always take into consideration that hot molting metal can sometimes get out of control, meaning you might bump something. See, I can bump this right here and knock that stuff out of there. I just grabbed a paver brick from the front yard. The lady was a little upset, but no, I didn't take it from the front yard. I got it from Lowe's and it was in their dumpster. But just make sure that you're always prepped for stuff to go crazy. I have a fire extinguisher over here. This is a metal workbench. This is a steel welding workbench. I was a sheet metal guy for 35 years, so I've been around the torch a bit, and I'm not really scared of it at all. A lot of people get intimidated with it, but just use it a bunch of times. Just do melt down some nickel or nickel rods or something like that. I'm going to be melting some aluminum in my Devil Forge today and make some bars. Brian's World, are you using a respirator? Because aluminum is terrible. It is terrible for you. Please make sure you wear a respirator, my bud. I know we're both smokers, but you should still use a respirator because it's really, really toxic for you. Oh, yeah. Outdoors for sure. See, I've got a full blown, like I just said, I did HVAC for 35 years. So I have a full blown 150,000 BTU furnace in my garage. So if I'm doing this stuff on my own, that reminds me, I better turn it down. Oh, it's already turned down. I turn on that furnace, I turn on the fan, and I blow it out the doors. I have a what they call a duct sock, DUCT sock, that runs off of my furnace and it goes out into my garage and turns the corner and it has holes in it. And when the furnace fires up, it fills the sock up and then it disperses the air all throughout the garage. 150K. Yeah. Full push. Every time I see your videos, I know exactly what you're living in. I know exactly. Oh, by the way, I hope everything's going well with the repair on your broken ankle. And I'm very sorry that happened to you, my bud. Yeah, 150. It heats this garage, which is a 3-car garage. It heats it up 1 degree a minute. So if I come out here and it's 30 degrees, I never let it get that low. I keep it at about 50. But if I'm going to come out here and work, I will kick it up. And in 20 minutes, it's at 70 degrees in here. Duct sock. Yep. If you go to big commercial buildings like commercial, like college pools and things like that, they have a big, huge duct sock above because of the chlorine in the pools. It will eat away the ductwork. So they use this canvas sock, is what it's called. It's really a canvas tube and it lays flat. Yes, the heater is natural gas. I brought it all the way in from my furnace room out into the garage. I used to have a hanging heater, but it was too expensive. Thank you very much, Gear, for that. So the duct sock basically has a zip tie at the end of the sock, and then it has holes that are cut out into the sock. And like a 4-inch round over here, a 6-inch round over here. And when that furnace fires up, it fills the sock up. The sock hangs down flat. And then when it fills up, it fills up a 10-inch round, and then it goes all the way across my garage and starts dumping down. All right, we might as well get on this. And you don't have to be real aggressive on the torch for sure. All right, so that's what it looks like. Do you see this feather right here? That's what you want. You don't want it way back here, and you don't want that feather way out here. See, it's not even hot right here. Where it's hot is right up in here and right at the tip of that feather. So I'm just going to throw it down here. If you see too much flame rolling out of your crucible there, then you can throttle it back a little bit. And if you see it blackening up, that's another thing you want to watch for. You don't want to contaminate all your silver with a lot of soot. All right, so it puddled up now. You see it, it's puddled up. What you're looking for is you're going to look for these colors dancing on top of your puddle. That's when when you know you have it to the right temperature, is when you'll see some colors floating around on top of it. Like I said, this is going to be quick. It doesn't take any time at all to pour something. And I'm going to get it to where it needs to be, and then I'm going to show you guys the colors in it. Stand that bead up into a rolling ball. Okay, here's where you guys are going to see the colors laying on top now. I'm going to get my crucible a little hotter. Can you guys see the colors laying on top of that thing? All right, so we're going to throw some more to it. If you get it too close, it'll start bubbling off of there. I've only done 2 other live pours. I don't pour a lot. When I do my custom pours, I just don't like making everything perfect. And that's exactly what we have there. We have a little bit more on one side than the other, but that's okay. It makes it perfect. I like it. And what caused that is my stone wasn't quite level. I usually shim up my stone and I put a level on it and shim up my stone, but this is still a very, very neat pour. It's only got a little bit of bubble right there on top. We'll take it over here and we will polish the back up, and then we'll stamp it up, and I'll move the camera over so you guys can see. So as you can see right here, it's almost all gone out of there. I'll flip it over. And now see, it gives some grain to it. Let me get my other glasses on. Look at the piece of wood now. See, it gave it all that grain. Anybody can use one of these, but not just anybody does this, which is very, very neat. Now, it is really, really ugly right now, but when we throw it on this polisher, I don't really polish. I mean, I'll take some black off of it, but I will leave the patina in that thing, and then we're going to stamp the other side of that. We'll let that cool down a second. Hi, Rusty. All right, let me get caught up. There's a lot of silver in there. Heat the sides till they glow, and it will just fall down. Yep. And full push, I know you do a lot of pours. Probably got plenty of time on your hands. And I'm sorry I did not see. I was going to ask you if you have to replace those often because of the buildup. But wouldn't build up, just be bits of silver. Okay, so your count for vaporizing when you figure amounts. Yeah, I added another gram to this dealio. So that's the grain on that side. And I like it that way. I like it a lot that way. And there's the front side. So now I'm just going to throw a little polishing to it. Matter of fact, I'm not so sure I'm going to do a whole lot of polishing to it. Yeah, I'm going to hit it a little bit. I'm sorry, guys, it's going to be loud. But let's get going. This one is Sidekick stamp. This one is 999 fine. This one is my stamp. Where's flip side stamp? There it is. So on the back side of the heart is flip side stamp, Sidekick stamp, my stamp, and then 999 fine. And that's that. I mean, that's the way I like to do it. I'm also going to sand this down a little bit, but I'm going to leave the burn on there. See how it got a little scorched? I also did one of these for It's Me Brian back in the day. And I just send out the whole block of wood. Then I'll put my sticker over here, and I'll put 500 hours over here. Pretty neat. Yeah, you don't be scared of it, Silver Keys, for sure. And I do have a really small jeweler's torch, and then I have my everyday B tank. And I just like the big torch better. And plus, I can put big tanks on the big torch. The little tanks are just as much to fill as a bigger tank, like $30 to fill up a small tank, and it's like $50 to fill up a tank that holds 10 times the gas. So, Jeep and John, what's going on, bud? We just finished pouring this. I don't know if you just got in here. Perry Art 420, what's going on? We just got done pouring this 1 ounce, 1 gram silver heart. I don't know what it weighs right now. And we did it in a piece of wood. Matter of fact, this piece of wood came right out of my backyard. I routed a heart into it, just freehand, and then I poured it in there. And we got it done with no band-aids needed. Angler Allen, what's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, Gregory Lee. Thanks for coming in. Hey, thank you very much, Brian's World. Yeah, it's really neat. I like it that way, and you don't have to buy all these, graphite molds. These graphite molds only last for about 4 or 5 pours, and then then they go bad on you and they're just not worth buying. So that's why I don't use them. Plus, this is like 3 ounces. I have, you guys ever see the arrowhead I poured? I poured an arrowhead of silver this big. And it's like 6 ounces of silver. Matter of fact, I will run and go grab that for you. Some of you might not have seen that. Yeah, very, very cool, isn't it? So here's a Lemonhead penny pour that Lemonhead and myself swapped out pours. I gave him a skull and he sent me this bar. In the cool case, I've been missing me some Lemonhead penny, but very, very cool. And it is number 6 from Lemonhead, and it came in that glass case, and it was pretty neat. That's my dog's going crazy. And then I had a Kit Kat bar that was sent to me by It's Me Brian. Another very, very neat bar. But here's the arrowhead. I just put that arrowhead on a board. I scribed around it, and then I routed a hole in the board, and I came up with that. That is 6 ounces. And look how it burned into the board and left all that contour. I really like that pour. Shibby Rob uses one of my skull pours for his picture on his channel, and I'm honored that he does that. Here's another pour that I did, another skull. I've poured probably 50 skulls. Here's a pyramid that I did. This is a hunk of silver right there. It's about 4.5 ounces of silver. And then it's got all my stamps on the back. I always stamp with all 3 of our stamps on there. Yeah, you did get one of them bad boys, that's for sure, full push. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to open it. I was pretty sure it was going to be Christmas, though. Familia, what's going on, my friend? Thank you very much for coming in. We just poured some silver here. That is Familia from Brazil. They are part of my Brazilian networking family. Make sure you guys get that channel. That is a big hitter. Right there is the channel you need to go to. Did we lose? Let me see. Angler Allen, I don't know if you're in here networking, but you better get that channel right there. Oh, I see you were in here earlier. Thank you very much, Familia, for coming in. Ethel, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you. And Who else? OH Outdoors, you better get that channel right there, Familia. They're from Brazil, but they do great networking, my friend. Bloody Fox Gaming, you better get it. The Fish and Dream, if you are still here, you had better get that channel. If you get that channel and you go over there, you can pick up 20. You can pick up 20 in an hour over there. Familia, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, my friend. Mary Love, there it is. I poured that for you, hon, and it's got all of our stamps on it. Not a problem, Mary. I get it. Yvonne Morgan, what's going on? Say hello to my little man for me. I appreciate you. So, did you guys hear the story from Ashes from yesterday at Shibby Rob's place? I know there's some people upset with me over that, but so we had a Morgan going out at the end of the stream, and there were 2 entries left. And I always contribute to Shibby. I didn't expect to win, so I bought. Oh, Silver Keys, you missed out on it, by the way. So I bought 1 spot for the mods, and I bought 1 spot for Flipside. And he drug out of the bag, and the mods won. And there were only 3 moderators in there. So he gave each moderator 4 numbers and did another draw out of the bag of 12 chips. And Ashes won Morgan. So very, very cool. But the other people that donated, it is what it is. It's all about luck. And the moderators ended up winning, and it happened to have been Ashes. So if there had been more moderators in there, there would have been more of a chance for the moderators. But the 1 slot that I bought for the moderators won a custom channel mold. Talk to Bradley Height. He hand makes graphite molds and does an awesome job. I am going to have him make me one when I get my tabletop furnace. You might, are you going to get an open top furnace, or are you going to get an oven? Yeah, exactly. Estrada is in the house. That channel right there is 37,000 friends. So if you guys don't have that channel, you need to get that channel. Smash that channel up for me, please. If you don't already have it, make sure you get it. Amelie de Estrada. Thank you, my friend, for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. I was in and watching it, not a mod for Shibby. Oh, who was it? Maybe, I don't know. Sorry about that, though. All right, so I will be back here in a couple hours. Look for it at 3 Mountain Time. I'm going to get on and chat with you guys, and then Flipside will be on a little bit later. She'll get home. I guess she's going to get home about 3, so I might start a little early. She gets upset with me when I talk so much. I'm going to get a closed top that has a door. I would, if you haven't ordered it, I would get an open top. Those closed tops are a pain. But I sent back a closed top. I sent back one with a door. Just because I didn't like it. It was such a pain. And the shock of that cold air going in through the door um, is pretty bad on the heating coils, and it's also bad on the fire the firewalls that are in there. It shocks them and they crack. Now you got me wanting to pour some silver and things get slow at work. Yep, yep, yep. Get you thinking. Make sure you guys get that channel right there. Make sure you get them. Family up. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you. I'm telling you, if you guys go to that channel when he streams, and he streams like 10, he streams like 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 hours. You can pick up 20 friends, 40 friends. It's a great place to go. I love that channel. I'm going to get a closed top that has a door. Yeah, well, I suggest not opening that door when it's really hot because it shatters stuff and it breaks the coil. And I just had nothing but problems with my open door. I did see that joke, but I haven't seen Gear since then. We'll see him a little bit later. He comes in on Sunday because that's his dinner time and our lunch time. So we'll see him today. I became even. Yeah, you big Gear. So I can't use my phone because it's right up here. Yeah, when you come in later, I'll show you the joke that Silver Key sent to me. All right, guys, who is streaming right now in our community? Familia, are you streaming right now? What's really, really cool about that channel from Brazil is he's got a program set up to where if you type in English to him, it will let you know what I said, and he can understand what I'm saying. Though he speaks pretty good English and understands English well, he can. He's got this little thing that will pronounce exactly what I'm saying in Portuguese, I think it is. All right, Brian's World, take care, my bud. What time are you coming back on today? Mary, I will be back on at 3 Mountain. Ralph's Trucking, what's going on, bud? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. You guys need to get Ralph's Trucking. That is another monster networking channel. Ralph, do you have Familia? Familia's in the house. I appreciate him very much. I am honored you both are in here. Thank you very much for coming in. My virus protection is not up to date on this computer. They need to pump their brakes. All right, very, very cool. Ralph, I hope all is going well with you. I hope you're not as frustrated as you were recently. I hope things are going well, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in. Ralph, I'll show you what went down here is we just melted some silver. This is called a graphite mold, and I don't really like using these molds. Silver Keys, I need that information when I see you in the stream about the channel that makes the molds. And so I make my own mold out of a piece of wood, and then I burn the silver, and then I pour it into the wood, and then it comes out like that. And this is for Mary Love that is in the chat right now. She is the first one to reach 500 hours of watch time in my room. So I promised to make her a heart. And you know, it's a custom heart, and I think they're much better than to just pour a heart out of a graphite mold like that. So we burned it down. We got it hot inside the crucible here. We poured it in there. It smoked, caught on fire. We snuffed it out. And then I stamped the backside with all three of my stamps and 999 fine. That's what we just got done doing. All right, guys, I'm going to pop out of here. I will see you guys back in a couple hours. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much. Do something nice for somebody today if you get a chance, and pay it forward every chance you get. I thank you all for coming in, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, my friends.